President Biden makes a very bold statements about India and some of its allies. He said that the countries like China, Russia, India, Japan, they are xenophobic. That's why their economies are faltering. This is the comments made by US President Joe Biden in one of the fundraising event in United States of America. The USA is going to have a presidential election in the next year. Regarding that, in one of the fundraising event, Joe Biden makes this statement. The surprising thing is, even though Japan and India are the allies of the United States of America, and he grouped these two countries with the other two countries which are enemies of the USA, that is China and Russia. The Biden put all these four countries in one bracket, that is China, Russia, India, and Japan. And he clearly said that these four countries are xenophobic. That's why their economies are not growing. But in reality, that is not a fact. The External Affairs Minister, Dr. Jaishankar, also strongly condemned the statement by the USA President. He said that India is always welcome the people who have purpose here. And even he cited that the Citizenship Amendment Act is one of the best examples to show how India is open. And he strongly condemns the statements made by the USA President. And USA is always making this kind of bold statements in those presidential elections. Joe Biden was forced to make these statements because he is the supporter of an immigrant policy in the United States of America. But in contrast, his opponent, Donald Trump, is against to the immigration policy, which means that a friendly immigration policy. So the statements and remarks made by the Joe Biden is unfortunate, and it is not expected with respect to India and USA relations at this point of time. And one of the important point was, as Joe Biden said, Indian economy is not flattering and it is really doing well. So if we can see the last 3 to 4 years of economy, the economy is consistently growing between the ranges of 6 to 7.5%. So these kind of statements by the presidential candidate of USA will affect him and his winning chances in his own country, because the diaspora of Indian community is very strong in the United States of America. So in this context, the UPSC aspirants, they should be very careful here, because they should have a clear-cut statement what is a xenophobic is. Generally, a xenophobic means you don't like somebody who are coming from the other cultures or countries. So India is as such a diverse country. We don't have any kind of that kind of mentality. The Indians does not have a mentality, or Indian policy makers does not have that mentality. And here, anyway, the External Affairs Minister quoted Citizenship Amendment Act is one of the reasons that shows that how the India is opening for its immigrants. So for the examination point of view, even though the act is enacted in the 2019, after 2019, but now it was mentioned by the External Affairs Minister. So that is very important for the examination. So please read the Citizenship Amendment Act in detail. So because there is a high possibility to ask this question in the examination. So finally, we are strongly condemning the USA President remarks on this, and we are also feels that this is not intentionally making. This might be the broader statement as said by the White House, but still these kind of the remarks will make unnecessary tensions or unnecessary situation between these two countries.